This segment was originally part of Project Dakota, but I decided to make it its own video. Now, this was originally recorded on camera, so this doesn't have the clean audio like it would with when me and Drew record. Originally, I was thinking of putting the video in the upper corner like this, but I decided to just go with this instead. So yeah, just be aware, sometimes he'll call for his dog or something. It's just because this originally was on camera, and now it's not on camera.
Here recently we had a customer come in that was kind of crippled. He couldn't really walk, and he's like, oh, well, I'm going out to pull parts. And my boss looks at him and she goes, you ain't going out there, that's all soft sand, you're gonna hurt yourself. And he goes, my buddy's got me, he says. She goes, what's your buddy got you with? He says, just wait and see. He puts $2 so they can both go out there. Dude comes up in a wagon with a lawnmower seat bolted into it. And old boy gets in it and sits down. And he's loading tools between his legs. His buddy, kids you not, looks at him and he says, we all paid up? And he says, yep. He hooks up a rope around his chest that he's tied to himself. And sled dog style hauls him out there, and he took him all the way around the scrapyard. It had just torrential rain.
He was just pulling
him like a workhorse, dude. Torrential downpour the day before. There are puddles out there that are like shin deep. He's just tugging him right through them fucking puddles, dude.
Back there, he was going, faster, doggy.
No, dude. Dude's just sitting back there on his phone. Everyday things to him, you know. And I'm in the loader because they asked me to go out and pick up a car for him. And I'm looking at him still sitting in the cart. And his buddy's got all the tools and grease on him. And I see the harness he's made laying on the ground. And I seen him pulling him around. And I looked at the dude and I'm like, what makes this worth it to you? He goes, oh no, he needs help. I just looked at him and I was like, I think you both need help, but we don't talk about that because one of you is pulling parts and the other's sitting in a fucking wagon in the sunlight all day, muggy as hell. Both of them just sweating. And we're 10 minutes past close. They've been out there all day. We're out there looking for them. Cripple boy got off the wagon the end of the day, hobbled out in between the cars, and we're sitting next to the wagon laying on the horn. It's closed. Past close. They need to get the hell out. And finally, dude, hobbling up through, and me and my coworker look at each other and we're like, I thought he was in the wagon. Well, he was. But then dude runs up and he goes, can we get a ride from you guys instead? Bet you $100 his buddy was like, I'm not fucking pulling you back. We've been out here all day. And they didn't buy a motherfucking thing. They didn't buy anything. They were out there all day long and didn't get anything.
Because what he's telling me is they're like the only junkyard within like three counties.
Yeah, and
so they got 3 counties worth of tweakers. And
just, it's every tweaker, their brother and their brother's best friend. They all just hoard there. You should see Saturdays. Google says we're open till 1. We're not. We close at noon. Dude, we got to have somebody down there 11:40 at the gate telling people, if you don't think you can be in and out of this motherfucker in 10 minutes, you better turn around and go home. And you no more than lock that gate. The whole new line of motherfuckers pulling in because they think they got an hour. Meanwhile, the gate's locked, everything's closed to shut off. Come back Monday, homie.
You know, so the story he just told me was about this guy that was out there for hours, and he picked up a BMW floor mat and a rock out of their driveway. I said, how much for these? And they said $5 for the floor mat, $1 for the rock. I don't know why you want the rock. He had like $3.50 on it. The person who drove him there helped him pay for it. Comes back the very next day. He painted the rock black and put the BMW emblem floor mat out of the rock.
And tried to sell them as official BMW products.
I got an official BMW rock for you right here.
He, I don't know where he went. We ain't seen him since, but I think he tried to sell it to somebody and they put him in the hug yourself jacket. They're like, I've heard of an IROC Z, but not a BMW. IROC me.
That was not the only thing. That floor liner he bought, I guess he just spray painted it.
He rattle canned that black too and tried to sell it for $10.
Tried to sell it as a leather floor mat or something.
Yep, he tried saying it was leather. It's felt, just very heavily rattle canned. The thing was stiff too. It didn't even flex when he pulled it out. Whack! It was like he sat the tablet with the 10 Commandments on the counter. Just whack! $10. No, sir, go home. We ain't buying your shit.
It's like, do you think we don't remember you from yesterday?
Right.
Some guy comes to a junkyard, buys a rock. You're gonna remember that guy.
Oh, dude, there's so many people. We'll never forget those people. I don't know how, because the amount of out there that go through every vehicle. I've caught people taking change out of the vehicles.
Yeah.
And I can't say much because.
I mean, it's 2 hours to get into a junkyard. You go in there and get a bunch of free change. I mean, it seems like something the tweaker would do.
The trip pays. We've had people come in to buy pop cans. There's these 2 ladies that come in at least once a month. They come in with 2 great big empty trash bags, and they'll just go through every yard car, pick up every pop can they find, and then they'll buy the bags of pop cans. They'll buy
them? Like,
they'll
as
buy
in they
them
pay
by
you for the cans?
They'll buy the cans. They're 10 cents a pound. They put them on the scale. They pay us 10 cents a pound for pop cans. And then they'll go to fucking Leppings and turn them in and somehow think they're turning a profit. The motivations of some of the, like, we had a dude come in, he had a Ford Focus. He's like, runs, drives, fine. Airbags have went off, the windshield shattered, the whole passenger side's matted in on it, and the back passenger side tire is not only sitting like this, but it's also sitting like this, and it's half out of the vehicle. And
I bet he's like, I won't take more than $10,000 for this.
He got in there and he's like, you guys could probably drive that all over the yard for another month. And I just looked at it and I was like, you mean an hour? I don't see it lasting. Didn't even make it off the pad. I hit the dirt. Apparently, there's too much traction. Right, the shock tower right out of the car. Whole back end's just.
That was an issue with those Fords too. The shock tower would just rot out.
That's what caused his accident. He's going along. He hit a pothole. All of a sudden, it got real loose back there. Real loose back there.